What is going on, everyone? It's DJ Kuhl. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at how to make your melody sound darker. Right, so I do a lot of drill on this channel, and one of the defining characteristics of your standard drill song is very, very dark melodies. And you know, sometimes I might be left with a melody and be like, this is a little too bright, I need to do something quick to somewhat tone it down. And I'm going to explain to you guys 5 different ways that you guys can make your melody sound darker very simply without having to change any part of like the physical melody. So just starting out here, just going to use this basic chord progression here. We got E minor to B minor. Just make sure, this isn't one of the tips, but just be sure when you're making your melodies and you want to make it with a dark sound, your best bet is to go with a minor scale or a minor harmonic scale. Now you may be wondering, how do I know which note fits into the scale? So what you can do is come up here to the stamp, and you can scroll down to your melodic scales section, and you can go find the minor natural, there's minor melodic, minor Neapolitan, there's tons of them. But as I said, minor natural and then your harmonic one, those are 2 big ones that people are going to be using. So all I got right now are these 2 chords in FL keys. And these aren't sounding, you know, super dark. They sound kind of cheesy. And so the first thing that you can do to make your melody sound darker is just pitch it down. It can be octaves, it can be like semitones, tones, whatever you want to do. And we're already sounding darker just by pitching it down. It's deeper, it's more creepy, it's more ominous. So that's a first step that you can do. Now obviously it's still not sounding very dark, so I'm going to move over to a new sound in Electra, which brings me to my second tip, which is sound selection. You want to make sure that you select good sounds. You don't want to be using like a happy bright bell when you're trying to make like a drill song. So this Electra pad sounds like this. You can hear there's a lot of reverb that is just in that preset. So I'm gonna pitch it back up since this does start off a little deeper or lower than the FL keys instance I was using. And now it sounds like this. Actually, I'll pitch it back down. I take that back. And you can see there's a bunch of effects on there that is making it sound a lot darker, a lot more ominous, a lot more ambient. So this next tip involves using effects in the mixer. So what you can do is you come on to slot 1 and you want to find a plugin that will distort the sound, like warp it. So one that I like to use is Isotope Vinyl. So it's a free plugin, you can download it. The version you can get is looking different, this one. If you followed the channel for a while, you know I've said I'm going to update, but still haven't gotten around to it. It looks like we got a lot of knobs on here, but the only one you want to mess with is this warp depth. And what you can do, you find something that works for you, and that's gonna warp your sound. It's gonna make it sound slightly off key. It's gonna make it sound more haunting. Just be careful though, if you warp it a little too much, it's gonna start sounding, you know, a little like way out of key. Not, you know, little is good, but like a lot can be too much sometimes. All right, moving on to tip number 4. You'll see I've put up a new Electra instance, and that sounds like this. You know, it's a somewhat creepy sound, but what you can do is, for tip number 4, you can cut out those higher frequencies by using an EQ. So I'm gonna come over here to the mixer track here. I already got an EQ up with a filter on it. You can just right click a preset, and it's the first preset. OBS is not picking that up for whatever reason, but it's pretty simple if you just right click up there. Now you can just drag it, and now that buzz is gone. So before, and that was after. So it cuts out that sort of high-pitched, kind of bright, fuzzy frequencies, and it makes it sound more chilling, more deep, more haunting. And this can be used in a lot of circumstances when your sound might be too bright, but you still like certain aspects of the sound. The final tip I have for you here is layering sounds. I like to layer strings when I make my drill melodies a lot. So I'm gonna take this Labs instance here. I got some strings. I kind of pan from ear to ear. And I'm gonna just drop an octave. in. And I forgot to turn the EQ back on. You know, we could change up the melody a little bit, but this is what it sounds like before. And this is what it sounds like after. So those strings definitely add some sort of depth and a lot more suspense and sort of eeriness. So yeah, that is 5 simple ways that you guys can make your melodies and beats sound darker. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, your support would be greatly appreciated. If you could go down, drop a like, you know, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And also, if you guys do end up using some of these tips, DM me on my Instagram at DJ_Eric_Kuhl. It is on screen right now. And also, if you follow me on there, you'll notice that I announced a free loop kit that's going to be dropping once I hit 1K subs. It's going to be free to download. So we're almost there, guys. We've been growing mad quickly, so I appreciate you guys so much for that. It's crazy, even though we're still like under 1,000, and you know, someone might be saying it's not much in the grand scheme of things. I just appreciate every single one of you guys. So thank you so much for watching. And if you could do me a huge favor before you tab out this video, if you could go down and subscribe. I was on my YouTube analytics page, right, and only around 8 to 9% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So let's get that number up to 20% as soon as possible. So go down, smash the subscribe button, ding the bell so you guys can be notified when I upload next. So yeah, that is it for me today, guys. As I said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.